Hey, what's up? It's your boy the Wolf. Welcome back to the Wolf Den Trader Takeaways. What a day today. We crushed it today. Today was a level up day. Level up day for Wolf Trading, for you guys watching, for our Wolf Trading Discord room. Just an amazing day. Rebecca, roll right to executions. Thank you. So here we are on EDSA. Now, usually the first thing I like to do is look on the higher time frame. So let's go ahead and look at that 3-year chart. Here's the 3-year chart right here. Not super trashy, but I'm not bringing this thing home to Sunday dinner. This is a one and done intraday fade trade. Especially we want to see these wicks. We like these wicks. Gives us confidence for the intraday fade, like we said. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Now notice here we have amazing range relative to the chart. All right, everything is relative. The average true range on this thing, the 90-day ATR is 33 cents. Today, the range was $6.41. So that gives you an idea of the type of setup that we're dealing with. And the volume, the relative volume was 8 times, almost 8 times. So back to executions. Yesterday, if you guys watched the Trader Takeaways, we got wrecked on MLNT, shorting it all day long. I still carried some shares over, but we'll get to that one. Today was an amazing day, though. So trading a little bit more conservative today, more risk adverse, waiting for highs to risk off of. Now look, from the push from yesterday, this is a 1, 2, 3 wave. Now we did end up going 4, 5. This is a 5-wave push on the 1-minute chart, but I did enter. Excuse me. Apologize for that, guys. My throat is a little sore, but we're going to continue to make these videos every single day. All right, so I did enter here on a lower high off of this right here, and we flushed. I took some profit. I entered it back, thinking that we could be potential backside because we have fantastic range. The volume, the baseline volume is still pumping, though, and we get another push. Now, this is a little bit of a flag breakout right here. I should have cut. I did not. I added 11, which is very aggressive, and it was a mistake, obviously, because we cracked it. Now, this line right here was my original stop plan at 11.24, trader error, and it just jumped right past my limit order, and I didn't catch it. So I was actually working in great detail to fix this because the majority of my stops are on a stop route, which, as you guys know, do not execute during pre-market. So by the time I caught it, it was 12 bucks. That was the biggest mistake on the day. Trying to shake that one off. Watching the order flow, right? This is in the past. Now I'm looking ahead, looking at the tape, the level 2, my only leading indicators, and I'm starting to follow this tape. Now there's other plays popping up on the scanner, so we're bouncing around a little bit today. But entered off of failed strength. This thing, I think, dipped down. Let's go ahead and zoom in. This was a fantastic trade, though, in my opinion, for my skill set. You guys are probably blowing through these trades. But, so if we can zoom in a little bit, there was a little bit of weakness, and I waited for the strength and the exhaustion, and then I smacked it on the way down, took some insta profit, waited. Now, yesterday I had issues with chasing. Not today. We added here, and I ended up catching the top of the pre-market highs. Now this thing was pushing, actually. I remember now, and they held the bid. They did a bid soak, massive bid soak, reminded me of MLNT. They couldn't get this thing to halt. That's what it was. I think they were trying to halt it to get more players involved. Didn't happen. I think they ran dry, and this thing ended up pushing back down. But this was a massive move right here, ultra fast. So I'm taking profit, bottom ticking. And then this spread right here, I didn't catch the spread. The spread was massively wide. I don't remember exactly how wide it was because I wasn't watching, but we're trading up at 11.60 and I hit the bid and my order prints down here. Lesson number 1, watch the spread. Watch a level 2. I was glued to the tape. I need to spend more time on level 2. So this trader error number 2 forces me to reduce my ad. Now I'm not gonna add. Now I'm more looking to cut before an ad, because if I would have caught up here, this would have been an ad for me. Now, as you can see right here, this is a 12.14 average. So I do have a 12.14 average, and then we come down into a nice flush. We halted right here, and I sensed the halt. and I took profit right before the halt. Now we opened up, gap down, pushed back up, came back down. I took some more profit, Excuse me. Sorry about that. And came back in again, flat off of this cover. These are the 200s right here, exponential and simple. So averaging back in at a 10.07 average, and I had a tight risk right here. I had a hard stop out at 10.26, I believe. It was 10.26. Yep, 10.26, and my average was 10.07. Looking at the downside potential, great risk reward on this trade. I took some profit early. I had 3 targets set out. 1, 2, and the third one didn't catch. The third one was down here. But I knew once I caught the first TP, I was in a risk-free trade because my stop was so tight. Now I hit the next target and the next target. My third target was down here, but I'm bringing my stop down. So I had a 10.24 stop. After I TP'd here, I brought my stop down to 10.04. And then after I TP'd here, I brought my stop down to 9.75, which triggered. Now this is a new setup for me. I know the pros are doing this trailing stop stuff. I just need to get a little bit more dialed in on it, but we are working on that. And then this is the this is the third target, right? So I forgot to pull the target, error number 3. And now I'm in a long position. So what do? I just cut the position. Pretty good trade though. A lot of mistakes, but we're working on the mistakes every day, and we're getting better. Once we can get this dialed in, I mean, we're on the launch pad. We're T-7. We're ready to hit those boosters and level up, but first we have to address the issues at hand. And that's what we're trying to do, and we're glad that you guys are with us on this. So now let's jump into MLNT. Now this was a massive volume run. I think it was 85 million shares yesterday, and today it slowed down a bit, but it did have a nice little push pre-market to shake out some shorts, I believe. Sorry, my data is a little laggy, but I'm sure you guys are familiar with this one from yesterday. Let's just go ahead and run right into executions. So I ended up trying to catch a top, which was a little dangerous, but I was smaller size and I had a stop out. I was watching this one. I wasn't going to make a stop mistake in pre-market again. I probably shouldn't even have traded this in pre-market, but I did have a strong conviction that this could be a potential top. I protected myself and missed this move, but that's fine. Protection should come before any type of play, right? Risk first, stay in the game. So then we come down, and I'm sure some of you guys were watching this. I put some orders out. Now I did top tick this push off of VWAP right here at 738, I believe it was. Yeah, 738. I had more size up here at 749. I was looking to scale into 750s. Top ticks, they look pretty on the chart, but I wanted more size. I still got some good size though. I took some profit right away to make up for this. And then I just started TPing based off of short-term technicals. This target was set out based off the volume profile, and this target right here was also set out based off of previous levels. This was an amazing little flush. I caught this nicely. I still had shares from yesterday. My average is about 530 something from these shares. I carried a quarter over, which was a little risky, but I believe that we're going to continue to fade. I've been watching this consolidation at 540 very closely. Okay, next we have DMAC, DMAC. Okay. So DMAC was interesting as well. We had this little triple top spike. This caught my scanner actually pre-market, and I didn't really look at it too much because I didn't like how it had it. I didn't like the technicals on it. Let's hop over to the jumbotron real quick. Excuse me. So here we go. It's it's a nice fadey chart, and we're coming back up into previous resistance. I like to zoom out and use the profile. Obviously, you guys know that. Let's go ahead and take a look at that volume profile. Now, this volume is from today, but I had previous levels on it, and I'm always looking at these levels up top. Now, the smaller the volume profile is on the left, the less overhead, the less uptick volume was deposited there, which ultimately is going to be that technical resistance. Okay, so looking at executions, this thing pushed after the bell. It started to push 9:33. So a couple minutes after the bell, as you can see, this volume started to come in. Now, once that volume started to come in, I had it on side watch, and I noticed that we were pushing the corner of my eye. Every side watch chart I have has its own tape, and the tape will alarm me due to just the speed of the tape and the flashing. That's kind of my alarm clock to take a look at what's going on. It's all peripheral vision. So I put together a pre-market high thesis, which ultimately is what happened. I started to size in here. Like I said, this wasn't an A+ setup. This is a B or a C. I'm still putting together proper grades. I'm learning. But I did not want to size in too much. I did have a hard stop at 607. So my entry here was 577. All of these ads in this consolidation gave me a 549 average. So I'm working with the 549 average, even though I'm recycling, but that is the average of the sell orders. Now, I caught this on the way up. I did not want to add on the way down on the back because, like I said, it's a B setup. I started taking profit. Pretty good. I'm reading this thing. I think one of these was a target, and I pulled this target down from around 480. So I was correct in doing that. I flipped a switch, went guns hot, marketed out. We come back up. I don't remember if this was a limit or market order, but I do remember didn't like it. It wasn't planned here, so I exited the position thinking maybe I would re-enter back up here. Saw the exhaustion off of this. Did get back in. This is just thinking on the fly, kind of trying to process this tape as fast as I can, just getting better every day, and then just hitting targets. This was a small size trade, not many targets on this. And then I'm watching this in the peripheral vision. Actually, I have this on main screen number 2. So I'm trading EDSA pretty heavily on the executions. And then this also is going on simultaneously. So this is my first simultaneous core trade. And I can get better at this. But like I said, get into that flow state. We want to push our abilities a little bit farther than what we're used to or comfortable with to force the speed at which we process data in the noggin. All right, so I made an error here and I added a little bit too soon. Now I did stop out, but if I would have waited and I would have started to add up here, right? The larger players are hitting the same levels over and over. Look at these wicks. They're pounding these levels right here from $5.50 to $6. That's where the liquidity is, and I didn't recognize that because I was a little bit out of my league with 2 core trades going on. So I entered a little bit premature. I took off the risk, and that was it. I didn't re-enter here. Now, if this was the only thing I was trading, I probably would have caught here, and I probably would have added. And I would have caught this move. But I'm fine with that. This is a green trade. We had 4 green trades today, 4 for 4 after yesterday's loser, which is fine. We're getting better every day. So that was DMAC. Now the last trade that we were in was a $1 little chop with aggressive pricing, VBIV. Okay, sorry about the data, guys. It's lagging a little bit. TOS might be updating. I'm not sure. So VBIV. Okay, so this was end of day. Now this thing was on my momentum scanner. Is it on here now? No, it's not. Here it is right here. So I'm looking at the volume. I'm looking at the relative range. It's on my scanner. I notice that there's activity. Now I see this like around here, I think, maybe even around here. But I look at the price, and I don't really trade things under $1. Some of my friends trade it, and they trade it successfully, and there's money to be made. But this is really the first time I attack this, and I have a very basic $1 resistance thesis, and that's what I tried today. I was using aggressive pricing to the 1000s. I believe my entries were, that was a 101, $1. Down here I was, though. It's only listing to the 100th, but I was putting in orders in at like 946 and stuff like that, trying some stuff out. I had multiple orders out, and the pricing did trip me up a little bit, and I overfilled again, and I had to compensate. So these are errors that I'm making, but we're getting better every day. We're on that launch pad. So this fill right here at 101, I leaned into strength. I let price come to me and grab me, and then I had a 107 stop on this, which I changed to a 104 right around here, and then I added, and then I had that at a 107 stop, and then after we had this nice flush here and this wick down to a flush, I brought my stops down even farther to, both of them were at 104, and then I had my target set out. That's it. This is another small size trade, but another winner and another confidence booster. And today was a good day. Now, we were talking about some order flow in the room today. Let's go ahead and take a look about, we're starting to recognize what's going on. And we're starting to spot the manipulators in Wolf Trading Room, and that's exciting times for us. We want to know what's going on. I believe that the tape and level 2 and the price action and the order flow can give you an advantage, and that's why we created this order flow room. But let's take a look at the runners. PHUN. Now they had that lockout. Someone in the room, EQ, brought that to my attention that they had a lockout, and the float is like 3 million shares. The majority of the shares are locked right now. But that's a runner, PHUN, ABUS, MLNT. Tomorrow will be day 3. Still carrying shares with the 530 something average from day 1. LWAY had some news with Beyond Burgers, I believe. I'm not sure on that, but we had 265 resistance, and there was also a 295 technical resistance that I saw. I did not play that. DMAC and EDSA, which we played. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, I apologize for being a little bit under the weather. I'm trying to make these videos every single day consistently. It doesn't matter rain or shine. We're showing up, we're getting work done, and we're getting better every day. All right, guys, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Trade safe, be smart, and thanks for watching.